Why is our content making such an impact? Well, that brings me to the second way our resources can increase your global effectiveness. We deliver biblical truth in a way that is culturally relevant. This is so important because culturally relevant biblical truth is easily caught and then retaught. I grew up in Venezuela, South America, the son of Baptist missionaries. As a result, I'm bilingual in English and Spanish, and I'm multicultural.
Al proceso y la práctica del discernimiento bíblico. Y voy a comenzar con un ejemplo de la historia, porque lo mejor para enseñar muchas veces son los ejemplos.
So I readily adapt to other cultures, and then I adapt IRR's resources and biblical teaching to that culture.
Brother Joel Groat Omondi.
Quom Cristo Jesu, ninguno quique moa quom yasaye, wona giro Jesu Cristo obed kodu. Amen. This maximizes its impact, its relevance, and the ability to bring life-transforming results. Here's a quick example. In 2019, I made a survey trip to Kenya. I met with many regional and national leaders of the Africa Inland Church to prepare for 3 weeks of teaching I would be doing later that year. What became clear in these meetings was that the concept of biblical discernment was virtually unknown and not practiced. Now, for most Christians, there simply was not a culture of questioning and critically evaluating all teaching in light of the Scripture, no matter who was teaching. I needed to find out why. I discovered that there are a couple of reasons. First, African culture is very honor and authority driven. Once a leader rises to a place of prominence, socially or spiritually, it's considered dishonoring to question his teaching or the direction of his leading. Second, Africans see spiritual leaders as special mediators between the realms of the sacred and secular, as well as the worlds of good and evil. Such men and women are thought to possess supernatural abilities to intervene in the uncertainties of life. Because of this, those who are under their spiritual leadership and these spiritual leaders seldom think to challenge their spiritual authority or critically examine their teaching. Now, once I understood this, I was able to frame our biblical teaching on discernment in a way that acknowledged the culture, continued to support the importance of honor and authority, and yet emphasized the Bible's teaching that every believer is responsible to test everything and hold on to only the good. As I said earlier, culturally relevant biblical truth is easily caught and retaught. The response to our material there in Kenya was overwhelmingly positive. The Kenyan church leaders not only recognized and embraced the need for greater discernment and personal responsibility, they invited us to return and expand the audience fivefold for the next trip. That trip was slated for this October. Now, due to the pandemic, it, along with all of our other planned teaching trips for this year, has been postponed indefinitely. So, as a ministry, we began praying and looking for alternative ways to continue our training that was in such high demand. And this brings me to the third way the Institute for Religious Research can help your global outreach multiply and flourish.